Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. This week I'm using a kit from Two Little Bees. I think it's called Spring Blossom. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's on the it's written on the kit and I will pop it in the description bar. But Two Little Bees closed a few years ago now, so unfortunately her kits are not available to purchase anymore, which is such a shame. Every time I've talked about Two Little Bees kits, whenever I've done plan with me's with them on this channel, I always express how disappointed I am that her shop closed, because her kits were always so unique. She was always kind of changing things, keeping up with different kind of box shapes people wanted, different deco people were showing interest in. I mean, she really was one of the really great shop owners. I was thinking to myself as I said it, I sound like I'm talking about like the leader of a country. But her kits were always amazing, and she was always kind of ahead of the game, and her artwork was always exclusive to my knowledge and just foiled to perfection. And I mean, her kit format was always fantastic. This was one that I wasn't going to film. You've probably noticed from kind of some of my plan with me's not being filmed from the beginning. I'm just kind of going through, I guess, a phase with spreads where I kind of I feel like I have more freedom when I'm not filming to play around a bit and to take a bit longer to pause and think about where I want to place things, how much foil I want to put down, what I want to put where, any deco that I want to use. And I don't know why it feels like that. I think when I'm recording, I'm just really conscious that I don't want to rack up loads of storage to then have to edit it all out anyway. So apologies that some of them at the moment don't show the base as well, and then I might sort of change my mind. Some spreads I'm sure I won't film all the way through, but there's something nice for me about having something to look back on and kind of reminisce, I suppose, about that week, like particularly any holidays that we go on. Obviously there's been a lot of important events this year, with weddings, birthdays, hen dos and all that jazz, and I just kind of, I don't know, I'm really torn. I had expressed in a recent plan with me, I'm definitely happy that I'm not putting pressure on myself to post exactly every Friday or anything like that. But I think, it's just kind of a bit, I don't necessarily know if I want to film a spread when I'm starting it. So sincerest apologies if you kind of miss some of the time me laying the base of a spread. So in terms of what I did for the base of this spread, I used the floral deco washi along the date cover section with a dainty dot divider that is from the Pretty Pink Co. And then I can't think where that garland is from. I have a feeling it was one of my last ones from Miss and Meow. Such a beautiful garland. I hope she brings garlands back. If not, I know Sadies Stickers sells garlands and I am going to pick some up soon, because I'm about to run out completely of any washi length garlands, and I'm forever scared that shops are going to continue shops are going to start discontinuing things that I use frequently, so I do need to pick some more of those up. And then I've used scripts from Paper Trail Plans, and then the April script is from Sadies Stickers and the dates are from Sadies Stickers. I'm really glad I wasn't filming the base, to be honest, because it gave me the time and the space to really play around with the sidebar. And I knew from the amount of deco that came with this kit that I really wanted to create like a little scene, but I didn't know, and I knew I wanted to use the window. But when I tell you I moved these stickers around so much, I could not decide where I wanted to place the window, exactly what I wanted behind it, which side did I want it on, where did I want to place the tree, and so on and so forth. And I couldn't make the bench work for ages, so this is what I ended up with, and I love it. But that must have taken me 45 minutes. That's probably me being generous, but it was around about that amount of time, because I just took ages. I took absolutely ages to get it to where I was happy with it. As usual for me at the moment, I use 2 of the full boxes. I always use the full box with the writing in, as like the top left box, and then I tend to pick my least favourite box for the bottom section, or if I kind of need certain boxes to balance across the spread, like let's say in this one I only had 2 green boxes, for example, I wouldn't put a green box in the bottom of the sidebar because I need to balance the green boxes, one on each side in the actual weeks. So yeah, that was the sidebar. And then as usual, I've used my Miss and Meow dainty dot dividers, and I've used one of those dainty dot dividers in between the header and the full box of every day as well. Now this spread is one of the spreads I said in a recent plan with me. Sorry, I'm really struggling to like catch a breath. I'm talking really fast. I feel like I'm talking really fast. I said in a recent plan with me that I wish White Day Stationery just did like a bundle of pink icons just in all of her icons, because I use them so much. Well, this is one of the spreads where I didn't have to use pink because it was purple and green. A slightly bolder purple and green than the Lilac Garden kit from Miss and Meow. Sorry, I haven't actually talked about the kit at all. I absolutely adore it. Of course, every Two Little Bees kit is phenomenal, but obviously the colour scheme for this particular kit absolutely screams to me, being my wedding colours. I just love purple and green so much. What was I saying? Yeah, so for this I could use the grey icons, the greeny blue icons. They weren't a perfect fit, but they worked well enough. Sorry if you can hear shouting. There's some kids shouting outside. And I could also use some Miss and Meow icons, which don't necessarily always match my spreads, but they're much older icons. She doesn't sell them anymore. So apologies if that is disappointing when we get to them. I think I've only used 1 or 2 in this spread. So I will go through day by day. I'm going to have to speak so fast to catch up if I'm already on Thursday. For my physio appointment on Monday, I used a Panda Bird Design Gathered Layers square, layered with one of the boxes from the kit. I believe Jess still sells these on her website, but they are in a sample sheet instead of like individual sheets. Some she sells in individual sheets, but she's recently redone her website a bit because of the custom script, so apologies if not everything is where you'd expect to find it. And then I used some dumbbells from Miss and Meow. These are really old, but again, the colour scheme mixed really well with the kit. Then I used one of the newer TV icons from Miss and Meow. Those are available to mark watching At Home with the Furies. Such great trash TV. I absolutely love that TV show. It's they're just such an interesting family. It's just chaos all of the time. I marked taking Wendy for a walk with some rain boots from White Day Stationery, and then I marked filming a plan with me with a planner from Crafts by Towie. Work on the 3 days that I worked this week, I marked with a laptop from Crafts by Towie. In fact, all of the foil icons are Crafts by Towie this week. No, they're not, because of the Miss and Meow one. I marked Walking Wendy with another Crafts by Towie icon. Invincible I marked with a remote from White Day Stationery. All of the butterfly dividers, butterfly deco, all of that jazz is all from the Pretty Pink Co, if you're wondering. I have used a couple of butterflies from a really old Sadie stickers sheet, but not many. Then I marked having a bubble bath with a square box from Paper Trail Plans and a bubble bath from Crafts by Towie. The following day, unfortunately, I started to get really sick, and I know, sorry, I'm going to end up running out of time to talk about everything, but I know for a fact that my body just shut down after having such a non-stop sort of like social calendar, I suppose, for months. Since before Christmas, we have had maybe 2 weekends in 4.5 months to ourselves, and that is not good. I desperately need rest. I cannot cope. My body just physically doesn't have the stamina to keep up with that many things, and I think I had just been running on like go. So then with the wedding being the last kind of social calendar event, I just shut down. And don't get me wrong, the wedding was exhausting anyway. It's a long day, so I'm sure I would have slept hard for a couple of days no matter what. But this was something else. It hit me like an absolute train. So I worked in the morning, and then I just absolutely broke down in the afternoon, so I ended up having to book sick. I was only off for a couple of days, but I needed it. I slept so much. I did try to go to a Pilates class because I thought the movement would do me good. Horrific mistake. I did not manage most of that class. I ended up kind of sitting and just breathing. But yeah, one of my friends from work, we'd already kind of arranged to do it together. She's come to a couple of classes with me, and I thought it would be good to see a friendly face, and it was a bad idea, but that's fine. I didn't push myself to do the things that I couldn't do. Thursday, same again, mad crash. I had to be off for that one, slept all day, and I just caught up on some episodes of High Potential later on in the afternoon, and I did film a little bit of a plan with me. Those are Crafts by Towie stickers and White Dish Stationery stickers. Oh, those slippers on Wednesday, where I've marked sleeping all afternoon, are very old from Miss and Meow. Friday, so I worked summer Friday. I didn't work a full day on Friday, but I had kind of arranged with my manager the hours that I was going to work, because I knew that if I left it until the following Tuesday to come back to work, I would end up just absolutely ruining myself again, because it would all feel too much and really overwhelming, because work has just gone like 0 to 100. It's been insane recently. So I wanted to do a few hours on Friday just to kind of make sure I'd put things in as good of a position as I could for returning properly on Tuesday. We took Wendy for a walk in the afternoon. That's some rain boots again from White Dish Stationery. And then in the evening, I did have a PT session, and I had Spirit, but the PT session, we took it super easy. I explained to him how the week had been, and we just kind of ran through. Mainly, he just sort of showed me how to use some of the equipment, because I had to use them by a certain date. And then I had Spirit after, which is kind of like 20 minutes yoga and 20 minutes sound bath. So that was really good, just to kind of shut my brain down for the weekend, basically. And then I caught up on, I think that was the last episode of The Apprentice actually for this season, with a Miss and Meow TV. And again, the TVs are available in her shop now. That's what her new icons look like, but the dumbbells are her older icons from years ago. Lou and I went to a stretch and mobility class in the morning on Saturday. It's really good. It just kind of wakes your body up a bit. She really pushes kind of relaxing your shoulders and bringing your shoulders down and kind of releasing tension in certain areas. So that was really good. I marked that with a clipboard from the kit. I love that sticker. I had to put it in somewhere. And a dumbbell from White Dish Stationery for that one. We went to the dog meetup just so that Wendy could have a run around with some other dogs, and we got Subway for lunch, which was feeling super lazy. In fact, we were super lazy with food this whole weekend actually, which was definitely for the best. We caught up on the first few episodes of The Boys had been released, so we caught up on that. I can't believe it's the last season, but I'm so excited to see where it goes. And then we went out for Bento Boss, and it's one of our absolute favourite restaurants, and we stopped at Swoon for an ice cream just as a little treat on the way home. I say ice cream, it is actually gelato. I would not want to get those two things mixed up. On Sunday, I just used one of the really pretty half boxes to mark a long lion. I didn't want to put any icon on it because that little kind of wheelie thing with the butterfly is so cute with the basket full of flowers, so I just wanted to leave that as it was. I was kind of designing some stickers, I think because I'm conscious that I'm going to have to foil my own stuff at some point in the next year. I want to get into that. I just wanted to play around with just kind of, I don't know, just kind of drawing some stuff and figuring out, not even drawing, just kind of playing around with shapes and figuring out how to get different boxes together and stuff. So I had a little play around with that. It is not natural to me, but I'm trying. And then the deco with the kit had these super cute wellies, so I had to use those to mark Walking Wendy. Lou and I went to play some badminton for the first time. That, again, another mistake. I'm learning the hard way that I am not fit enough for cardio. At the moment, that level of cardio absolutely destroyed me. I slept so hard. I think I slept about 11 and a half hours that night. It was intense. But we did go out for dinner again. We went to somewhere called Ramen Zen. They do the best salt and pepper chips. So I was like, I'm really craving that right now. So we went and we picked up one of our friends on the way and went out for dinner. I feel like I have talked at whoever's listening like an absolute train. I'm so sorry if this was super overwhelming. And again, I'm sorry that the base of this kit wasn't something that you got to see. If you are someone that makes your own stickers, preferably if you're in the UK, just because it'll be easier to get my hands on, stuff that I can purchase from the UK or the EU to some extent, but basically the stuff from the US isn't super easy to get hold of, and it can be quite expensive to kind of get it over to me. But if there's any sticker paper recommendations you can make, please do. I'm after like a really good quality premium matte, just for personal use, but the online labels paper, I use the weatherproof matte white, and I'm just finding that it's a bit thin. It's fine, it's absolutely fine for personal use, but it's not that kind of soft, thick, high quality feeling paper that all these shops get hold of. And I don't know where to get this. And obviously I don't want to buy anything in bulk like the shops would. I just want to buy kind of, I don't know, a pack of 100 sheets a year or something. I'm going to try koala paper next, because I watched a video recently where they recommended that. But if you're someone that prints your own stickers at home and you can recommend anything that's been working really well for you, please do. And then eventually I'll be coming crawling back to everyone for transparent matte paper recommendations as well. Thank you for making it all the way through this plan with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.